Hey, welcome back to another episode of Hero Talk, the mostly weekly podcast from Rooter Hero Plumbing and Air. I'm one of the hosts. My name is David, and with me, as always, or usually,
Cat.
and together
We're on the attack. Sorry,
It's okay.
I forgot the together
It's
part.
okay. I faked you out a little bit there. All right, so it is the Tuesday after Labor Day.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday was Labor Day.
Did you do anything fun?
No.
Did
not
you
on
work?
Labor Day. Here and there. I was available, and I was answering questions and things of that nature. But I did it from home.
Fun.
Yes. On the weekend, though, it was my son's birthday. He
Aww.
turned 13. So we went to Knott's Berry Farm.
How was that?
Knott's Berry Farm, and no offense to anybody, is like a more boring version of Disneyland.
I went to Disneyland this weekend.
See? And then, they went on a few rides, and then they got bored. And then we went to Olive Garden, because that's where he wanted to go.
Fun.
Yeah, his first time at Olive Garden. Not his first time, but his first time in, that he can remember.
Oh.
Going to Olive Garden. So, all right. How was your Labor Day weekend? Disneyland, huh?
Disneyland. They brought out all the pumpkins, and so it's so
Already.
nice and spooky and fall-like, and that makes me very excited because
Good.
it's my favorite time of the year.
Good. It's a bit early, but
It inspired me, so now my home is also decorated.
all right. I need to go get some Halloween decorations because it seems now that they start putting them out in August, and then by the end of September they're gone.
Yeah, they're like all sold out. Like,
Or they just make room for Christmas.
yeah, and that makes me mad
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
everybody always skips over Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
and like, no,
Thanksgiving is it's Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. It really is.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this.
We have.
Yeah,
But I think it was last Thanksgiving.
yeah. It's because I feel like that's like the only holiday where it's like not about gifts. It's truly about being with your family and
Mhm.
stuff.
Yep.
And just eating and munching and having a good time.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's some good family memories on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So, minus the turkey. I will never like turkey.
We do ham at our house.
That's smarter.
It's
We
easier.
usually do a ham or like a big pork roast or something.
Fancy.
Yeah. We don't do the goose or anything. Maybe that's for more Christmassy, but
I've never heard of that.
I've never had goose.
I
A
don't think I
nice
ever will.
Christmas goose.
That's crazy. I've never had a goose.
So,
So,
we've already gone 3.5 minutes. It was late for us.
usually we go like 15 or 20.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. So, what did you want to talk about on today's episode of Hero Talk, the mostly weekly podcast from Rooter Hero Plumbing and Air?
Today, David, we're going to talk about your LinkedIn post. David, look how white it is.
Yeah,
I just blend in with the background.
it's okay.
It's fine.
What do you want?
It's fine.
I can change the background.
Should we change the background?
I can't change the background.
Oh, okay. It's fine.
Okay.
So today we're going to talk about your LinkedIn post, which actually got a lot of people talking and a lot of comments.
Yeah.
So what was your LinkedIn post, David?
Should I just read it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let me get into my NPR radio voice. Me. One thing that really grinds my gears is when I send a message to a company and they either ask me to call or they offer to call me. No, dude. If I wanted to talk on the phone, I would have called you, bro. Your message button and your call buttons look different. I know which one I pressed. Also, when you send a chat on a website and it turns into an SMS. No. Stop that. What is this? Amateur hour? Either offer web chat or don't. It's binary. So yeah. Then there's some hashtags. I don't know if hashtags on LinkedIn do anything,
I don't either.
but I put them out there, habit, and also they're kind of auto-saved in my phone. So all I have to do is press hashtag, and those are the ones that come up.
Huh.
Yeah.
What are the hashtags, David?
Hashtag CX, hashtag customer experience, hashtag contact center, hashtag call center. That's right.
And there's also a nice little graphic underneath.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. It's what really grinds my gears from Family Guy. Yeah. Because it does grind my gears. It's annoying. It's really annoying. And it's not just annoying. It's one of the main drivers, according to the book The Effortless Experience, of customer disloyalty.
Mm.
So, it's called channel switching, and it's bad.
And it's annoying.
And it's annoying. It's like, imagine you're like, going to a place like, I don't know, let's say Yelp, right? And you send a message to Yelp because you're in the middle of something, right? Maybe you're already on the phone,
Yeah.
right? And you just say, hey, I need help with this thing. And the only response you get is, hey, call us.
Give us a call
It's like, yeah, I would have done that.
if I wanted to.
Yep. It's, And it goes back into the root cause of it is laziness, honestly. And it's all about making it more convenient for the company than it is about making it convenient for the customer.
Yeah.
So why even have that option if you're not going to honor it? Right? It's dumb.
Exactly.
So I don't know. So what are your thoughts on channel switching?
So, the first one I have, you kind of just touched on it right now, is inconvenience. And it's an inconvenience for the customer, not for the company.
Right.
So, phone calls often require customers to either wait on hold or get automated. That's even more annoying when you call and it's like an automated voice instead of a person.
Yeah.
When you could have just done that online to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And then it can also lead to a potentially very long phone call when
Yeah.
it could have just been a few chats.
Yeah.
Another thing that is noted is that sometimes there's limited availability from customers who actually want phone calls.
Yeah.
And so staff is busy with them,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're directed to go ahead and give us a call, but yet they're already,
Yeah.
the staff is busy.
Right.
So that's why chat is better.
Mm-hmm.
There's also language barriers.
Yep.
That's a big one. So in chat, customers can often communicate in the preferred written language, which can reduce language barriers. However, over the phone, language differences and accents can sometimes lead to miscommunication and frustration.
Right.
Another thing that's important is documentation and records.
Mm-hmm.
So on chat, everything is saved versus a phone call. It's not always saved.
Right.
And so,
it's usually recorded, but then you have to go back and listen to the recording.
versus just like looking at it.
Yeah.
And just overall efficiency, it causes issues in the long run. It's easier just to go ahead and use chat. It allows images, it provides links, you can do step-by-step instructions, and everything stays there.
Yeah.
And so if a customer needs to go back and look at the step-by-step, it's there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, those are a few that I have.
Okay. All right. I'd like to elaborate on some of them. Now, for the extended hold times and stuff like that, one of the reasons that digital channels exist and self-help channels exist is to take the pressure off of inbound calls, right? Is to diminish the amount of calls that are going into your contact center. It's also has the added benefit of giving the customers choice, right? And one of the things that you have to respect is the choice the customers make. It's like if they want to reach you in on digital, keep it on digital.
Yeah.
Now, there's always like outliers. Like if something can't be solved over digital, it's a little bit more complicated, right? Or if they want to speak to a supervisor, things like that. Yeah, then you can do that, and that's where omni-channel comes in, where everything's on the same and stuff like that, right? But for the most part, 99% of the time, if someone calls in, or sorry, not calls in, but chats in, that's where that needs to stay.
Yeah.
Right, and it's there's a few reasons. I already mentioned convenience for the company, right? But there are some like marketers who can't really track if it's not a phone call, right? That's a failure on that marketing side, and they should step up their game, honestly. They should be able to track everything that comes in, no matter what source, right? Anything less than that, they're not doing it right. And so, it is what it is. It's a lot harder said than done. Easier said than done. One of those.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Everyone knows what I meant. But, and it is, like I said, one of the main drivers of customer disloyalty. So chances are, if someone's chatting and then they get a message saying, call us, they ain't going to call.
Yeah, and then that just loses the client then and there.
It just loses the lead, loses the customer. It's gone. And that's sad. Because somebody could have gone on the chat and chatted and secured that appointment or that lead.
Yeah, especially like somewhere like our company where we have specific people designated for chat, specific people designated for calls. That's what makes the company flow and makes it work.
Right. Exactly. It's like, and I don't know why some companies ask you to do that, right? They might just be incredibly understaffed.
Yeah.
Like I went to Walmart last night around 9 o'clock, and the only registers open were the self-checkouts. Right?
That's so bad.
So it's 9 o'clock, but still. There was one person there that was having a huge hassle with the self-checkouts. Thankfully, it wasn't the only one, right?
Yeah.
But that could have all been prevented by just having one staff member on a register, right? So they could check them out instead of having this old elderly woman trying to do it all herself, and she didn't know the first thing about it.
Yeah, or like when you have to put produce in.
Right.
Like
right.
that's so annoying.
Everything's bananas. So,
like,
or whatever the cheapest piece of produce is.
Bananas.
Usually it's bananas.
Like
so,
25 cents.
Used to be jalapenos.
Oh.
Used to be, and then they started charging per.
Do they really?
No, all the places I've been recently, yeah.
I get the jarred ones, like the ones that are like pickled.
I get those sometimes. I prefer the real deal.
The natural ones.
The natural ones, all natural. But it is what it is. And behind me somewhere. Yep.
The book. Got it.
The Effortless Experience. Which is like, you know, the Bible.
For customer service.
For customer service, customer effort. Right? So, there are some chapters in here, like the new battleground for customer loyalty. Chapter 2 is why your customers don't want to talk to you. And so on and so forth. So, let's get past this. There's some charts I want to share. Okay. This is how they did the study. Okay. Okay. How satisfaction is not a predictor of loyalty. Alright. So there's one in particular. Okay. Alright, so channel switching is a huge thing, right? And some of the findings of this book that came out in like 2013 and still pretty relevant today are things that improved customer loyalty. Things like first contact resolution, you get one call, you're done, kind of thing. And moments of wow, which is what all the customer service gurus always teach,
Moments of wow.
you have to have a moment of wow. You have to be incredibly memorable. Those are incredibly marginal when it comes to customer loyalty. So they don't make that much of a difference.
Yeah.
So, respectively, first contact resolution increases the likelihood of customer satisfaction by like 0.14, and moments of wow by 0.86. So not even a full point.
Oh, wow.
Right? But more than one contact to resolve plummets the customer loyalty by 2.52.
Why? Because customers get annoyed.
Yeah. So they have to repeat themselves. That's on there as well, but 0.46. So additional effort to resolve, 0.23. Really generic customer service. So if you call somewhere and the person is like really low energy, and they might as well have been a form fill on a website, right? That drops it by 0.52. So, but the main one is more than one contact to resolve.
Channel switching.
Channel switching. Yeah. Or if they have to call back, right?
Yeah.
So, and then if we go to page in the 60s here, so I kind of memorized where they were. So.
Another thing too that I didn't share, but we've also kind of already like talked about, is just the fact that it's the customer preferences. A lot of customers prefer the convenience and the speed of a chat versus over the phone. And then not offering the option will lead to distraction or loss of business.
Right. No, that's 100%. Because I would.
Yeah.
Right? If I chatted somewhere, or if I try to use the self-service, right, and then it's prompting me to call.
Yeah.
It's like, no. Or if I call, and they're like, oh, no, you can just do that online.
Because a lot of the times you can, because it's easier
Yeah.
and quicker.
Yeah. It's like, well, if I wanted to do that, I would. Instead, I'm doing what I'm doing. You say you offer it.
Then go through with it.
Don't be lazy.
Did you find the other chart that you wanted to share?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I'll put it in the doobly-doo
Okay.
show notes.
But read this book, guys.
Yeah, it's good. It also has kind of a follow-up called Digital Customer Service, which goes more into it. It's just I couldn't find my copy at home. I have like 3 copies of it.
That's good.
Yeah. One I got at CCW. One I got through one of the authors himself, because he sent it to me. And then I don't know where the third copy came from.
Maybe you bought it?
No.
No? Someone gave it to you.
Someone gave it to me.
Yeah.
So I think it was when we were first launching the digital team here.
Oh, that's fun.
So and I think I gave that copy to Elisa,
Oh, that makes sense.
who's our digital supervisor. So
Go, Lisa.
that makes sense. So yeah, but this book, you should read it if you have a company book club. You should do it there. It's not just on contact centers. It's the entire customer experience, and it's all about reducing customer effort,
Yeah.
right? Because according to them and according to their studies, that is the main thing that will drive customer loyalty, is how easy it is to do business with your business.
Yeah.
So
Another thing too that you kind of mentioned was that wow. What was it called? The wow moment? So you said that doesn't always get customer loyalty. And I agree with that, because say your customer has that wow moment with you, but then the next step, it just
falls apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not going to be loyal to the company. They're going to say, oh, David was a great employee, but this person couldn't handle my situation, so I had to go with a different company.
Right.
So it needs to be a wow moment throughout the whole process.
Right.
And with every employee that they come in contact with. And I think that's what makes a company succeed and grow.
Yeah. No, the customer experience has to be the same throughout all the customer touch points.
Yeah.
From the initial marketing all the way through to any after marketing that gets done after the sale or after the completion of the service. So, and that's one thing that a lot of companies miss, is that because we're like, oh no, this department's good, and they focus on that. Usually they a lot of companies are like, well, customer experience, that has to be the customer service department.
Yeah.
It starts and stops with them. Anything else after that is you're good to go.
Yeah.
And no,
That's not how it works.
it's everybody. Every single person in the company has a part in it. Whether they deal with customers, I hate the word deal with, but
Take care of.
whether they're customer facing or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in the company has their own rule, and all of it affects the company. Doesn't matter if they're the janitor or the cleaning crew. Doesn't matter if they're in accounting. Doesn't matter if they're taking all of the phone calls or following up on the phone calls, right? So everybody in the company has a part to play, and all of it should be geared towards making it as easy for customers to do business with the business.
Always roll out the red carpet for
Yeah.
every customer.
Yeah, because another thing is like customer satisfaction, right? Plays a very, very minimal role in customer loyalty and if a customer will come back to you. Right? Customer satisfaction is a very, very like brief moment in time.
Mm.
So, but things like keeping it easy, having options open for customers to reach you, being available whenever the customer needs you, things like that is going to make it so that they come back again and again. Where just being satisfied, I mean, come on. That's like the bare minimum.
Yeah, they can just go somewhere else.
And be satisfied.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. Crazy.
I agree.
So, but my second point was like, you know, when you go to a website and it says it has a chat down at the bottom, and you go and you're like, oh, cool, I can just chat in with them. I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
And then it pops up and you have to put in your phone number. It's like,
And then they start to text you instead.
yeah, like, what if I initiated the chat on the desktop and my phone's in, like, my car? Not that would ever be there, but, you know, or across the house,
yeah.
or charging across the room,
Yeah.
right? So that's annoying. It's like, no, I want to chat.
On my computer.
Yeah, where I initiated the conversation.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
It's just an inconvenience.
Yeah. And we should not be causing inconveniences to customers. Ever. So, and that's where a lot of companies go wrong, especially in the trades with like dispatch fees, especially like escalating ones, right? So if it's between this hour and this hour, it's like, oh, no, dispatch fee is like $50, right? It gets to this hour, oh, no, it's $100 now.
Oh, like the late night service charges or emergency hours.
Yeah, it's like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah.
And I get some of the arguments of it. Oh, we're just, you know, if they really need service, they'll book. It's like, how much business are you losing?
Yeah. They'll probably just wait till the morning.
Or they'll call someone that doesn't
charge, yeah.
or doesn't charge as much, or I don't know.
Can actually get there on time.
Yeah, because I mean, come on, it's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's also like the first thing that people talk about, like, like if they're doing like word of mouth, that's a form of marketing, and they say, oh, this company was great, but it's so annoying because if you call after 9 p.m. they charge $100.
Yeah,
like that's such a like common thing that people will share. Versus, oh, I used this company and they came out and they didn't even charge me. Yep. They didn't have emergency service.
Yep,
prices.
They came, they gave me the actual price, and they did the job, and they were on their way.
And then they recommend you to other people that way.
Yep, exactly. So, do you have anything else on channel switching? Because I hate it, and I don't think it's necessary, and I think that people that do it should stop doing it.
No, that's pretty much it. Just, you know, stick to what, if you offer it, make sure your company does it.
Yeah.
And let us know what you guys think about channel switching. Is it annoying? Do you guys find it inconvenient? Because we know we do.
Yeah. Or do you guys love it?
Please let us know if you guys love it. I'd be interested to hear.
Me too. and the argument behind it. Now, there's one other thing I want to do on this episode, and that is I'm going to do an unboxing.
I know of what.
Do you?
Do you reach? Or you want me to grab it?
I got it.
You got it?
I got it. I'm limber. All right.
Dun, dun, dun.
So I got this.
Oh, it's still sealed.
Yeah. Yeah.
How exciting. Do you need...
It's Amazon.
Okay.
See, there's a character.
It's Amazon.
Amazon makes it easy to open.
See? Convenience.
And easy to steal.
Oh. There's more than one.
Oh, yeah. So, wanted to share. I got a new book. Yeah. It's Steel and Soul. A Journey of Customer-Centric Enlightenment.
Well, you wrote a new book.
Yes, yes.
This isn't just any book.
No,
This
no.
is a book by David Powers himself.
And it is a business fable taking place in a sword and sorcery fantasy type world. Because you know what? Out of all the business fables out there, none of them do. And I was like, why? Why? Have some. Have some wizards. Have some dragons. Have some imagination, guys.
Have some coffee.
Have some coffee. So, as you can see, the person on the front is having some coffee. Nice steaming cup of coffee. And this is your copy.
Yay!
So,
I'm gonna get a signed copy. I need a sign.
yeah, of course. Of course.
This is your second book now?
Yes.
This is David's official second book. And you had mentioned that it's going to be more than one part?
Yeah. It's the part of the Caffeinated Fables, which will have 3 parts in it at first. And then maybe more. I don't know. So.
And it has pictures.
And it has pictures.
For example.
So, yep.
You can't really see with this lighting, but
No,
it has
okay.
pictures.
Yeah, it does.
And where can you find this book?
Oh, it's on Amazon.
For how much?
$4.99.
And it is a paperback?
Paperback or Kindle.
Or Kindle. There you go.
Yep.
Make sure you guys get your copy.
Okay, so let's talk about the fee.
What is the fee, David?
Well, the fee is buy my book. No, just kidding. The fee is if you got anything out of this. Wasn't. The fee is if you got anything out of this. Like, review, share, subscribe, yada yada yada. You're good to go. You paid the fee. So, thumbs up if you got anything out of it. Thumbs down if you like to take your dogs on walks through swamps while eating black licorice on a unicycle.
Oh.
So thumbs down if that's you.
That's an interesting...
And if you really didn't like it, feel free to thumbs down, but do it twice so we really, really know how much you disliked it, okay?
Do it twice,
So
guys.
that's our hero talk for today.
Bye!